Back the same, like, click, crank it the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more good content that we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with that tap in. So make sure you tap in with that good tap in, man. Don't, look, I gotta be hydrated. What I learned in doing jiu-jitsu competitions, my hands cramped so bad. Let me explain something to y'all. Doing all that gripping, my hands cramped from here, nigga, all the way down to here. If I don't do nothing, I'm going to hydrate. And I actually need to get back to drinking a gallon of water a day, especially with the amount of sweating I do during fighting and all that kind of stuff. Because another thing that kind of stopped me in my competition last weekend was cramping. And it was harder for me to kind of go through my transgressions and all that kind of stuff. Transitions, not my transgressions. That's between me and my Jesus. Not y'all Jesus. Don't worry about that. But you know, hey, all I'm going to say is this. Don't get caught up in my transgressions unless you want to get caught up in my transgressions. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. One day I'm going to tell y'all the story about the time, and this is a true story. One day I'm going to tell you about the time that I went to confessional, and the priest told me that he might not be able to help me. This is an actual story. This is an actual thing. I had confession one time, and the priest was like, maybe not. Like, maybe not. So, you know, whatever. We're going to get into this, though. Much you be young and Hefe. You know what I'm saying? We're going to stay out of each other's spirituality. Let's get into this content. Let's go.
Content to be made off of it.
Hey, but I'm tripping. I'm trying to figure out, as far as content go, it usually be like the celebrities, music, what rapper named cheated and got caught. But now it's all the jailhouse politics.
Yeah, man, you feel me? Definitely jailhouse politics for sure. Big jailhouse politics and just gang politics altogether. You feel me? Like, for whatever reason, that's hot topics. That's trending topics.
All right, so you got Lil Durk, murder for hire. You got the Rolling 60 indictment. You know what I mean? The podcasters that went down. You got what's that? Sauce Walker was out there in Memphis, and his artist is it how you say his name? I forgot how you say his name. He resting in peace now. He got.
But yeah, I'm you know how I kind of feel about the rap / podcast space. Like, people, you know what I'm saying, just like, get egotistic. You feel me? It seems like, you feel me?
A lot of people in our podcast space became consumed with trying to prove the validity of who they were and who they weren't to a bunch of strangers who hang out on the internet all day. Even myself had got caught up in that for a second, trying to prove to y'all being the viewers, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. But in actuality, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. And I hope y'all look at me and say, fuck you too. Because, yeah, I don't pay y'all bills. Y'all don't pay my bills and all that kind of stuff. If your mother gets sick right now, you have to deal with your sick mother. If my mother gets sick right now, I got to go deal with my sick mother. If my kids scrape their knee, I got to deal with my kids. You got to scrape, like, yeah, we shouldn't care about none of us. Like, none of us should care about the other. Because especially considering the fact that most of our viewership is 95% grown men between the ages of 35 and 45 out of the areas of Los Angeles, we should have a lot more things going on in our own lives as being grown men than the care and concern of other grown men. Just saying. So when I say, y'all, I hope you don't take it offensively, because I hope you look at me and say, you too. You got a whole family to take care of. If it came between dealing with me and taking care of your family, it should always be me, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? They in their alter ego phase when they on these cameras, you feel me? Or they know they got an audience instead of being yourself, you feel me? Like, you got to be yourself at all times, man. But it is okay to party and let your hair down and stuff like that. But, man, you got to keep it authentic, man. And just, it feel like a lot of dudes out here doing things for clout and views and stuff like that, you feel me? Like,
and Luce Cannon clouded himself right into an indictment.
That's the new gangster. The internet is the new gangster, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is self-proclaimed reputables and this and that, you know what I'm saying, off the internet. Like, you ain't got to really get it out the mud, out the streets no more. You can get on the internet and, it's, the army, it's like the slogan that the army got, be all you can be.
Okay, so now I'm thinking in my mind, how many dudes that I know that do this content thing is the same way on and off the internet?
Here at TNN Trap News Network, let us get square as a box of Apple Jacks, twice as green. We're corny and square and corny.
I'm trying to really think, because you have to really be thinking hard. And I'm talking about the dudes that do content that come from our walk of life. Like, how many of them genuinely the same on and off the internet, though. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm a buster on and off the internet. I want y'all to know that. Square as a box of Apple Jacks, twice as green. I'm scary. Off the internet and on the internet. For sure. For sure.
Yeah, man.
Nothing tough about me. The only thing tough about me is sometimes when I ain't paying attention, I cook the kid's steak too hard, or cook the kid's steak too long, and then the steak become a little bit tough. And then in which case, I ain't gonna lie, I'll rinse it off real good and give it to the dog, and then make something different for the kids. Because I don't think that my kids have to eat a tough steak. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I just rinse it off real good and boil it and then give it to the dog to kind of like get all the seasoning stuff off of it. But yeah, that's the only thing tough about me is an overcooked steak, not a Salisbury steak. Mashed potatoes cold in the middle. Never mind. If you know what I did there, you know what I did there. Dun, 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 dun. If you know what I did there, you know over your head like a wave cap. If you know that song, you know that song.
Cause like yeah, bro. Like I don't know. You feel me? I don't know because it's like I just really like to speak on facts and things that I know, but a lot of these dudes on the internet I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm new to the internet space as myself. I knew you before the internet. I probably knew a few people before the internet, but those are people that was really like in the streets. People that have reputations. You know what I'm saying? So. A lot of these dudes, man, they really just got social media reputations, you feel me? Like, on God, and, trying to, like, merge that with, like, some type of street, you know what I'm saying? Some type of street, like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know.
Hey, but see, they ain't content no more when your reality merge with the content and then you on the indictment. You really, and now...
Most definitely. That'll get you in trouble. Like I ain't gonna lie, I've been doing a lot of content on Tremaine, man, on Luce Cannon, because what a lot of people fail to realize and understand, and you know what I'm saying, I can say it a million times, like on the federal level, like, bro, he's in trouble. Like, I've been a person that been on these yards, and I've judged these same type of things. I ain't judged no podcast thing, but you know what I'm saying, just you hopping on a podcast implementing somebody else in a crime that actually happened. That is telling. Now, I'm not about to sit here and slander the dude and say that I think that he was trying to tell on purpose. I think he was just being retarded, you feel me? And he kind of slow. And, he had the little beef going on with Big U, so he was kind of like trying to slander Big U. But in him slandering Big U, he was placing this man at the scenes of crimes, and now you guys in jail, and this stuff is in this man indictment. And once you hit the yard, like, man, that's a no-go.
Okay. So all right, so the feds is way more to the point when it come to this telling thing and checking paperwork. So him saying what he said on a podcast, and that's corroborating what really happened in the case. They don't.
That is considered snitching.
Really need to see no black and white. That'll be enough. That wouldn't be a wobbler. They just like.
Nah, you want to see the black and white. That's going to be in the black and white. You know what I'm saying? That's in Big U paperwork. Him getting on there saying the robbery that they did allegedly at the weed dispensary, where they said they went in there, you know what I'm saying, took everything, and then the dude came back to one of Big U residents allegedly, and Big U gave him everything back and was like, look, I just wanted to show you that this can happen. Make sure them payments happen. Allegedly, that really happened. Luce Cannon got on No Jumper
and he told the world about it.
Told that story, and that story actually allegedly happened, and the dude was a cooperating witness with the federal authorities, you know what I'm saying, and telling them that Big U was allegedly extorting them. So that's going to be in the paperwork, so that's telling, because the whole world, we see you and Big U snitching. I mean, I said snitching, excuse me. We see you and Big U beefing. So that's like me getting into it with you, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you feel me? Hey, me and Munchie, yeah, he already know when we went and hit that lick, you know what I'm saying, and this and this and this and happened. Like, man, you can't say that. Like, if you want to place yourself at the scene of a crime, you can do that, but you never place another man at the scene of a crime, whether y'all beefing or not, because he's not there, and
So, yeah, that's telling.
He didn't give you no authority to do that, and he didn't tell that story. He didn't secondhand that. So you telling, and that actually happened, and that's something that y'all being charged with, and you got up on a live podcast and told that story in truth.
In front of 5 million subscribers.
Sure. Shit, they gonna butcher you.
Mm, I hate to talk negative, but man, sad to say, this probably the end. The end of this how the story gonna end with Big U, bro.
All right, man. We up out here to the next one. Y'all know the deal, man. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. We're gonna give y'all more break baby. We're gonna give y'all more of Young and Hefe and Munchie B talking about the Big U break baby loose cannon indictment. Let's get more into that. If y'all want to watch it without my commentary, check out Munchie B's channel, man. He got this whole thing up for y'all. Make sure y'all check him out if y'all want to watch the whole thing without me yapping all over it. Don't worry about it though. We finna jump back into this content later on. Make sure you hit that red dot to the left. Y'all know the rest, and it's free. Avenue Angel till he's free. We gone.